happening, Magnus? My God, the biggest controversy since the booby malfunction of Janet Jackson in the Super Bowl. So, people are calling that halftime show the worst halftime show in Super Bowl history. So, when I first heard, let's see here, that people were saying that it was the worst halftime show in the history of it, like I didn't know why, because I hadn't seen it yet. And then I kept hearing that it was, and I'm like, why? I started seeing some of it. Now, I saw some of it, all right? And I saw some of the Turning Point USA, all right? Now, I started to figure out, when I was scrolling online, that people were pissed off because it was all in Spanish. Now, to me, pay attention. See, I've been out of the loop for a while, in a way, musically. I've been out of the loop for a while. I'm at that stage that your dad, your mom, your aunts, your uncles, to where, I listen to a lot of the stuff from my time and I listen to some of the new stuff, but I don't stay up on everything. So I knew that Bad Bunny was big over here. I knew he was big with Spanish speaking people. You see, I grew up in the time of Menudo. Now, if you don't know Menudo, you're not going to know what I'm talking about right now. But Menudo was a boy band of Spanish-speaking young men that sang everything in Spanish, including Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin came from them, okay? Living la vida loca, living la vida loca, okay? They were a huge hit over here in America. And nobody cared that they sang in Spanish, okay? So when I heard that Bad Bunny was going to be doing the show, and he was going to be doing it all in Spanish, I'm just like, okay, so they've got, a bunch of Spanish songs that everybody likes over here. Okay. Whoa. Like, I didn't know it was going to be that big of a problem. So, this is American football. So I get it. This is America's big thing. And from what I understand, is it the most watched television sports event or event period in the world? You know what I mean? So people want it to be American. They wanted to be able to understand them. See, it's not like Gloria Estefan, where, they're going to sing in English, but they're going to have some Spanish. It was all in Spanish. And people were pissed off, including the President of the United States. And Turning Point USA got 5 million viewers. 5 million people left the Super Bowl halftime show. Went to YouTube or turningpointusa.com or whatever and watched their live stream. And I'm like, whoa. That caused a divide in the country. Wow. So, especially with everything that's going on right now, and especially with people waking up to divisions that are caused on purpose in our country. It's the Bad Bunny choice was a very interesting thing. Because there's people, just marketing geniuses out there that know way more about marketing than I do. Didn't they see this coming? That a lot of Americans would be like, well, it's all in Spanish. I don't understand a damn thing he's saying. This is a problem. This is an American show. Can we get it? You know what I'm saying? Like, because his songs are good. If he had, I guess, converted them all and done English versions, it probably, because from what I saw, it was damn good. So I'm like, well, if he had just done it all in English, it might have been considered a great show or one of the greatest. Who knows? But it wasn't. So now this opens competition, doesn't it? Doesn't it open competition now? It's like, well, wait a minute now. The Super Bowl halftime show lost 5 million viewers to Turning Point USA. Every year now, different channels might have their own Super Bowl halftime show. Like different people have, the dropping of the ball. They have their different, New Year's Eve events. It's very interesting. And Donald Trump had something to say. So let me see what he said on Truth Social. Here we go. You ready? All right. The Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible. One of the worst ever. It makes no sense. Is an affront to the greatness of America and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, and excellence. Nobody understands a word this guy is saying, and the dancing is disgusting. Well, from what I saw, it didn't look disgusting to me, but especially for young children that are watching from throughout these. Yeah, parents do have a problem, and even I forget that as an adult sometimes. Sometimes all the gyration and twerking and stuff like that, that's an issue for a lot of parents. And I forget that sometimes because I'm just like, I don't have kids. But if I did have kids, certain stuff would come on. I know that I wouldn't let them watch certain things. So I guess I can get that. And all over the world, this show is just... That's why the whole thing with Janet, where her pastified titty, got revealed. A lot of adults were like, oh, whoa, but a bunch of adults weren't really offended. But it was like, wait a minute. Just tons of children watching this event. Now you done pissed the adults off, because to us it might not have been that bad, but the fact that all of our family is watching this, we don't want to see a titty pop out while we're watching football. And all over the world, this show is just a slap in the face to our country, which is setting new standards and records every single day, including the best stock market and 401k in history. By the way, did you guys hear that rumor that allegedly Japan is going to crash the stock market tomorrow? Did you hear about this? I guess we'll find out. There's nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show, and watch. It will get great reviews from the fake news media because they haven't got a clue what is going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace its ridiculous new kickoff rule, Make America Great Again, President Donald Trump. Now, question. I saw somebody say something about, well, you can thank Jay-Z for that. Did Jay-Z get Bad Bunny the show, the job for, the halftime show? I wasn't sure what they were talking about. I was like, you can thank Jay-Z for it. I was like, what's that mean? You know what I mean? So help me out in anything I'm out of the loop on. But yeah, it's causing a big controversy. Like I said, I'm old school. I came up with Menudo. So it didn't even occur to me that a Spanish-speaking artist that's big in America would have a problem during the halftime show, even singing it in Spanish, because I came up during Menudo. It was just like, well, we didn't know what the hell they were saying, but we still liked it. But I get it. People want to hear something in English, so it is what it is. Wow, like I said, as soon as they're both really out, I think Turning Point USA is out. I guess I'll watch that one first. I've been looking for the Bad Bunny one in its entirety. I still haven't seen it yet. I keep seeing clips, so I don't know which one was better yet. But wow, it is what it is. 10 million subscribers.